Hello, kindergartners. Happy R is for Rainbows Day. This Thursday, we're going to look at some missing numbers and some counting on or forwards from numbers that are not 1. So I just wanted to go over this really quickly with you, and then there's going to be a nice Google Classroom worksheet for you guys to look at. The reasons we like to be able to count on from numbers that aren't 1 is because sometimes when we're adding two numbers together, like 4 and 3, it can be easier to start counting at the number 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, than if you just put up 4 fingers and 3 fingers and had to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you see how much faster it is if we know we can start at 4? So today we're going to look at some missing numbers. I started the first one at 1, but then we're going to look at counting on from numbers that aren't 1. All right, so you'll notice that on every single one of these, there are several blank spots for where the numbers that are missing should go. So let's start at the first one. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to keep on counting the way that I know how. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can put in 4, 5, 6. And I know that those numbers are correct because after 6 comes 7, and that's the next number that's written. When you do your worksheet today, I will make sure that you've always got a couple numbers somewhere else to check your progress. They might not always be at the end. See how these ones are somewhere in the middle? And that's okay too. This set does not start at the number 1. It starts at the number 9. 9, 10, 13. I hope you were able to guess what some of those blank spots were. I'm going to go ahead and finish it out with you now. Ready? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I love this because just like on our Tuesday math lesson when we were working with base 10, this is a 10. 1 10 and 0 extra. The next number is 11. That's a good way to know what number comes next. Still have 1 10, but now I have 1 extra. 10 and 2 make 12. Now I have 2 extra. 13 is done for you, so don't forget, if there's a number in the middle, you need to count it. 11, 12, 13, 14 comes next. 10 and 4 is 1 more than 10 and 3. And 15. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try this one, and then I'm going to give you 2 challenge ones before I let you go and do your worksheet on the Google Classroom. Okay? This one starts at number 3. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. I bet you knew what those numbers were super quick because if you were able to look up here, 5, there they are. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was able to use this as well as just knowing my counting. So the faster you are at counting and the more you practice that, the faster you'll be able to do this. All right. Now this time I'm going to erase these and I'm going to set up 2 different kinds of challenges for us to practice just to make sure you've got it before we go on to our Google Classroom. So there's my first set. Okay, and there is my second set. So the first line is called a challenge because on the other three that I just showed you, I always had at least two numbers at the beginning. And having those two numbers can sometimes get you a jump start on being able to count forward. If there was a 3, 4, it's a lot easier to go on to 5. Ready? 3, 4, 5. But when you have only one number, you really have to think. 7, 8, right? So this is where counting practice comes in handy, because if you've counted to 10 and you know right away 7, 8, 9, 10, it's going to be a lot faster for you to fill in these extra numbers. If you're not sure today, that's okay too. You can put 7 up on your fingers and add one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that'll help you get there as well. If you really, really need it, you can go ahead and start by 1 here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so both of those strategies help when you're stuck. Now that I know it's 8, fill that out. And now I have those two numbers to get me a jump start. Ready? 7, 8, 9, 10. And I know my friend Brecken told me a pretty funny joke the other day. He said, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. So that's how I always remember what comes after 7. That was a great tip. 10, 11, couple more missing, remember? 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so this one was challenging because there was only 1 to start. This one's challenging because there's no numbers to start. So let's start over here. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then instead of counting up, we're actually going to have to count down to get these. So 7, 6, 5, 4. Since the numbers are on the left side, they need to be smaller because they're going down. 6, 5, 4. So remember how we always read from left to right? So as we move going to the right, the numbers are always getting bigger. But if, like this one, we're actually moving to the left, the numbers are going to get smaller. So now that you have some ideas of how to count on, find missing numbers, fill in the blanks, I'm going to go ahead and let you go onto the Google Classroom and try it for yourself. Happy Rainbow Day!